gamers, we're entering game number 2 between, or sorry, game number 1, series number 2 between Suzan and Bill. Suzan and Bill, another top players in this video gaming community, and they're going to be going with pink and purple. Bill is going to be playing as the French, and Suzan will be playing as Jeanne d'Arc. So that is the last match we just played, we just saw. These are the vetoes. I'm going to quickly show you guys. So we got Suzan has Abbasid, Japanese, Jeanne d'Arc, HRE, Order of the Dragon, and Bill has Jushi's Legacy, Malian, English, French, and Byzantines. We're going to check these right here, and we'll see what's going to end up happening. Now, these guys also vetoed 4 Lakes and Canal, so players are not wanting to interact with the water maps whatsoever. So we will see what's going to happen in this one. So like I said, earlier in the match between Bob and Stacy, we've had the same matchup on the same map, by the way. This was the same map that they played on. Is French going to win again, or is Jeanne d'Arc going to win? After watching the previous match, I personally think that Jeanne d'Arc, if the matchup goes like the previous one where there's aggression, I think that Jeanne d'Arc has an advantage. But if Bill decides to go for 2 town centers and just camps or avoids fighting, avoids experience, giving to the hero, I think that's going to be better. Also, the melee hero will make a huge difference. Are the players' names disclosed after the series finishes? No. It's at the end of the tournament. Can we change the stream title to Bill versus Suzan, best of 5 series 2 or something like that? Thank you. So we see over here, Bill is gonna go with 3 on gold, so not 4. Aging up with 3. JD on the other side, aka Suzan, is gonna be aging up with only the hero. So we see the difference already from the previous series, where we saw age up with 4 villagers and the hero. So the age up was super quick, and then Jeanne d'Arc had a faster knight and had more knights. In this one, JD is going to get a faster or slower age up, but will be level 2 once the age up completes. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, both are opening pretty standard, I would say. Like, this looks like a wheelbarrow from Bill. But if he goes wheelbarrow, do you have enough gold for a knight too? I actually don't know. I always go with 4. Now we see on this side, Suzan is going with 4. So Suzan will be getting wheelbarrow. And you can see that both of these players prioritizing wheelbarrow. We had last game JD with no wheelbarrow for a very long time. In this one, both are going to go for it. And I think this is like the one matchup, or French Mirror or JD Mirror, where you definitely 1,000,000% want wheelbarrow. Because whenever you get knight harassed, it allows for your villagers to quickly run away, to quickly get away from danger, and not like suffer massive losses. So I think it's a very important upgrade to get. Not necessarily for the economy part, but for the running away part. Now JD, that is idle villager right there. So not a lot of sheep. I'm not sure where the scout is. Scout is back there. I'm not sure if JD realizes that there is no sheep right there. And the 2 villagers are now idle and chilling. Sends them to the wood line with the lumber camp. Nice little wall. By the way, since the recent patch, you can wall off with your resources. So actually, knight harassments became a lot weaker. Because before, you would need to do a wall like this, right? Which is quite big. But now this is a quick, easy wall. And it works around the berries too. So it could potentially wall off like here too if you wanted to. On the other side, we got a knight, we got villagers on gold. And yeah, this is what I was talking about. 3 villagers on gold is not enough to constantly produce knights with wheelbarrow. So we'll be delayed on the knight a little bit, but Jeanne d'Arc's knight is delayed too. JD goes back on gold, probably gonna get that last remaining XP needed. And French is walling off the middle. Okay, that's a very early wall. Very early wall. Like, this is such an early wall that I feel like if Suzan sees this... I mean, Suzan sees this, no? Almost. If Suzan sees this, that's a -1 villager start right there. The hero comes out. This is like a very risky wall because, yeah, if Suzan sees this, that's an insta-dead villager. Gets the XP there, the leveling has begun, the boar is right here, and I feel like maybe you just continue here, get the boar too. He's gonna decide to go back. And now it's gonna see the wall. I mean, this wall can be good and can be used for a lot of things. Like, okay, the hero is getting attacked. The hero does not have abilities, by the way. Not yet. And the hero is getting chased down. This is what I was talking about earlier in the previous series. If you don't have more knights, the hero can get focused, but the hero is pretty tanky. And now the knight advantage is in favor of Suzan. The hero will regen slowly, but he's going to regen. And these two knights are very damaged. Now, what I was going to say is you can make a gate and then run through the gate back and forth to do micro. But Bill actually is not interested in that. Bill wants to wall off the whole map, it seems like. Like, probably just going to continue here. And, I mean, if you use one villager for that, and and if you actually manage to get it down and sort it, I mean, that's going to be a pretty good thing to have. Because then the harassment for your opponent is very limited. Now, I do want to say that Bill, Boar, and Deer is this one, which is almost identical distance to both players, and it looks very close to Suzan. So that is a lot of food, but it's kind of prevented. Suzan not going for the boar right now, at least. Bill going for the spearman, and Bill is going to be fighting in Feudal Age against Jeanne d'Arc and might feed the hero XP. If this is a melee hero this time around, the woman at arms. If this reaches level 3 in Feudal, it will demolish Spearman. It will annihilate the Spearman completely. And it's going to be a very, very different game from the last one that we've seen in this matchup. Just because of the hero choice. Now we see 4 knights versus 4+1, so both players are still making knights. Both players playing a bit safer with the walls and the towers on gold super early. No damage taken yet from either player. JD has not used the Consecrate ability. A bit late on that. Uses it now. And uses it on School of Cavalry as well. He's going to go for that boar. The knights are coming around. And that is a good amount of knights, by the way. That is no joke. There are some units. But that is a good amount of knights. The knights are coming in. 1 villager goes down. 2 villagers go down. The boar is going to go down on this side. That is a good pick-off. And good amount of XP, but this is kind of why going for XP can be pretty scary in this matchup, because if you send just your hero and you don't know where your opponent's knights are, you might lose your hero to knights. If you send your army with the hero to kill the boar, then you might end up suffering losses at home. So for now, we see that Bill is going for the archer range 2, and he's going for the knight healing because these knights are pretty dented in. So that makes sense. Not a lot of berries for JD, by the way. And French is still... not a lot of sheep, sorry. And French is still on the sheep. So that is going to be pretty good. And this is the time where we're going to start seeing players having to go out on the map. Where you can no longer just sit in your base and chill. You gotta go out on the map. The knights are coming in. The knights are just charging into the spearmen. 2 knights are gonna go down immediately. Oh la la, and he's going for it. He's attacking into hardened spearmen right now. That is a bit wild. Under the TC, just diving with every single unit there is. The hero, he's gonna go down. The hero gets clapped. The units are still Omega diving on the other side. The knights are coming in now. And the knights are killing the villagers. There's no response for JD. And JD goes down. 2nd time today. Damn, that game went from like super safe to just like a destruction in a matter of seconds right there. Cliffside played. We got Lipany next. And the next matchup is going to be Abbasid versus Byzantines. Game number 2 is going to be on Lipany between Suzan and Bill. And right now, Bill is leading 1-0. On the left side, we're going to have Suzan spawning as the orange gamer with the Abbasid dynasty. And we're going to have Bill in the purple spawning as the Byzantines. Now, Lipany obviously has a lot more berries than the normal map. 6 berry patches on each side. So picking Abbasid here obviously makes sense. Picking Abbasid or Delhi here makes sense. But also picking Byzantines because more berry bushes means more oil. What are the player names? Bill, Stacy, Suzan, Bob? I cannot reveal that information, brother. I cannot reveal that information until you see the players. This is pros, right? Yes, this is the top players in the world playing. These are not like Conquer 1s or 2s or something. Or even low Conquer 3s. Or even mid Conquer 3s. These are top level gamers. And we see Bill with Byzantines not doing that new hot triple cistern build in Dark Age. Instead, Bill is going for what looks like a standard-ish build. And what looks like, to me at least right now, is going to be a Hippodrome with mercenary opening. So most likely, Horseman into mercenary. It might be Keshiks, but it also might be longbows. Because opening Horseman into longbows would be pretty good against Abbasid, because you can do quite a bit of harassment. So, yeah. I can't wait until this tournament ends and Beastyqt reveals this was just hardest versus hardest AI. That's right. It was Core versus Cat the whole time. Yo, where's Cat? Where Meow? Yeah, where's Meow, dude? Do you guys remember when I was meowing every time I would see Cat? Where is he? He's missing in action. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. I just realized. My favorite part is me meowing every time I see Cat, and then, like, or his name or discussion, right? Or seeing Core, and then realizing or finding out that Cat watched my stream all the time. So can you imagine that guy watching my stream? And then I'm just meowing because of him. Anyway, Bill is going with that Hippodrome. And on the other side, we do have Military Wing for Suzan. So Suzan is aware that there's going to be some aggression. And in general, the only time you go Eco Wing with Abbasid Dynasty is when you actually want to play like against the Boom Civ and go like 3 TC. But if you're going to stay on like 1 extra TC only, then making Military Wing or probably Culture Wing even is better. 3 on gold for Bill, so he will get some upgrades. 3 on Aja. And that oil is slowly stacking up, so he will have a mercenary house too. And we'll be making some units out of that. We'll see which mercenary contract he goes for. This is a lot of sheep, by the way. I just want to say that. That is, he just has 9, but he just killed another one. So he has 10 sheep actually, which seems pretty equal, no? That seems about equal. Maybe there's a sheep or 2 missing somewhere on the map. I'm not, or that's not taken, I'm not sure. And Suzan is going for immediate barracks. Mining stone already. 35 gold. So Suzan is going to be pushing with few spearmen from the military wing. 2 archers, fresh foodstuffs. Hardened spearman is coming as well. And what is Bill going to do? Bill gets wheelbarrow, does not have enough wood for another production building, about to have enough oil for mercenaries, but does not have it quite yet, by the way. You need 600. Well, it depends which mercenaries you go for, I guess, because some mercenaries are cheaper. If he goes longbows, you need 600. Mercenary house. Oh, okay. Decides to reposition a little bit. Probably to have lumber camp here. Units are coming. Horseman is already here, says Cabalarios. Scout is here. Uh-oh. Okay, tried to get there. So now if he wanted to go for longbow, that is no longer an option. He does not have oil. You need 600 for longbows. But I think he can... Wait, our Keshiks... Keshiks are 480, right? I don't know what the javelin throwers are at. Uh-oh. I can't see here. But yeah, longbows are 500. He will go for Keshiks, and he needs 3 more oil, actually. Kek W. That is... Wait, Keshik is 400? Wait, really? That shows how many times I actually made Keshik mercenaries. Not many. In the trade, we have mercenary royal knights, so he could have actually gone for the royal knights to try and get that. Good little bit of harassment from Suzan. The other one is Mimgudai. 2 TC is going to be coming out for Suzan. No golden age yet. Needs only 1 building, actually. And Keshiks are coming out. So there are 4 spearmen, though. So I feel like you kind of need an archer range. Maybe this is 14 on wood. This might be a 2 TC for Byzantines. Not liking that Biz does not have... only has 1 cistern, and that, yo, that is a destruction. Deer, double berry, and there's a boar, by the way. But obviously cannot go on the boar. But Jesus Christ, and it has a wolf if you wanted to. Sheesh. That is a. Archers are coming out. Archers are coming out. He's gonna instantly engage, actually. Okay. He can activate the ability, by the way, the Triumph ability. And now Keshiks are here. I think he's gonna go for it. Activates the Triumph ability. If he micros, the horseman will not die. Up. Good micro right there. And he's gonna mow this down completely. And Bill coming in right there. Cleans that up. And that was a lot of units, by the way. That was like 6 spearmen and 2 archers. That is not a small amount. And Suzan now needs to... I mean, Suzan has 2 TC here, right? And even 1 mil to juice up all the bears. Love that. No wheelbarrow yet for Suzan. So wheelbarrow is ending. The villager is going to go down. Maybe a little bit too deep right there for Bill. He needs to go back. And this is going to be second town center from Bill. And Bill, on his side, also got the juiced up spawn with double deer pack and berries. So both players with your average Marine Lord spawn right there. Right there. So, if Marine Lord looks at this, he says, that's a shit spawn. There's no... triple berry right there. Anyway. Bill and Suzan are both Marine Lord. True. So. We will see what Bill's plan is. Second TC. Suzan on second TC. Now... Suzan is going for double stable right now. Has the barracks too. So maybe he wants to crunch those archer numbers and beat him. And Bill seems pretty good with Byzantines right now. Playing pretty well. Cistern is coming up. That's going to be a long connection. But it will connect everything that needs to be connected. Units are on the south. Units at the north. Trying to wall up this side. Double horsemen, or double stable, double barracks coming for Suzan. And, pretty good so far. Now, there is 1 worker kill. There was that army kill. But Suzan is 4 villagers ahead. About to be 3 villagers ahead. 3 villagers ahead, so not too bad. Still Byzantine a bit ahead in the game. The villagers are getting pulled out, and this is always annoying when you try to wall and then you just barely don't finish the wall, and then the villagers are idle, and then the units are running past there, so kind of gets a little bit annoying when you play against it. But it feels good when you play as Triumph is activated. Oh! He did not see the spearman. One of the Keshiks go down, and is that a scout that just went down? Yeah, scout and Keshik goes down. That's actually like the worst case scenario. Another villager for Suzan goes down. But that is like the worst case scenario. If 2 horsemen died, it's whatever. But Keshik and scout dying is really bad. Now, Bill saves up a horseman on this side. He's going to be harassing with that too, being a little annoying. And Bill's got to be careful. He is overextending quite a bit. If these horsemen jump on the... 20 gold, boom. 20 gold right there. Horseman's going to go down. If these horsemen get on top of the archers, that's going to be bad news for Bill. But Bill is cooking right now. He's got that oil coming. He's got the TC. Okay, the units get mowed down. Keshik and 2 more horsemen go down. Now, can he produce more? He cannot produce more. He has 332 oil, so he cannot produce more Keshiks for now, but he will be able to in a second. Twitch chat being right, Keshiks do cost 400. Now, eco upgrades, not good from either side, to be honest. Like, I mean, wheelbarrow, right? So nothing amazing, nothing crazy, and we see a ram coming out already from Suzan. So Suzan is going to try to destroy that. Remember, Byzantine can activate this, which reduces damage taken of the buildings by 10%. So that can be quite a big deal. 10% less damage when the ram is hitting for a while can be the difference maker. We do see +1 ranged armor, +1 melee attack coming in for Suzan as well. And that is a lot of archers, but that is a lot of horsemen, and there are no counters to the horsemen right now. There's no spearmen. Limited are not there. Suzan is diving, and the villagers cannot go in, so villagers are going to be going down. Bill getting caught off guard, maybe not expecting the ram this early. And, oh, he did activate the Presidium. And the TC is taking 10% less damage right now. Damn, Bill. Bill looking hot right now. Trying to take down that TC. Triumph gets activated, but again, guys, these are just archers. There's no spearmen in there. So the horsemen from Suzan are going to be doing quite well. And even spearmen are doing quite well, to be honest. Like, if spearmen connect to the archers, they are going to do decently against them. Now, good micro with the horsemen, not losing them to the spearmen. He's got some Keshiks now, too. I think 1 Keshik's already dead. A lot of idle economy. 10 villager kills for Suzan. And Suzan is now 12 villagers ahead. So this might have looked like a bad attack or like a failed attack. But Suzan just killed 10 villagers because there were villagers repairing from here under the TC. So a lot of eco damage has been done. And this is the point where if you play archer heavy comp, if the horseman mass gets out of hand, what you can do is just like play full baboon style, as I like to call it. Like run with horsemen here, meanwhile make a ram. Archers go down, you start attacking the TC, you join with the horses, and you can just keep attacking everywhere and be like super obnoxious. And that's what we're seeing. The horsemen kill another villager. This is going to take a while to wall. And yeah, right now you can just engage on the archers if you want, pick off a couple of them, sending the spearmen back home. And still no limited. So Bill is just trying to go for Keshiks, I guess, as his counter to the horsemen. But taking quite a bit of damage, actually, right now. Loses another villager, loses a couple of archers. He's going to go back to that last archer. Not sure that's a good trade. He might lose all the horsemen right there. Gets another one. Keshik and horseman on the other side. Not going to do too great. Culture Wing is coming up, and this is not looking like a good game for Bill right now. I like where Bill was going, but level 2 cistern, I feel like you need more cisterns, man. Like after I've tried with the triple cistern build, it is so much better, and it feels like you have way more eco. Now, for Bill, this might be like an equal game, and sometimes playing against the Abbasid that has a really good gathering rate can be deceiving, because it's like, oh, he tried a ram all in, and it failed, so even though I lost a few villagers, it's okay. But Abbasid wasn't on 1 TC, he's also on 2 TC, right? So killing any villagers is value, unless you massively lose your army. And aging up with the culture wing, also no bootcamp, by the way. I think you forgot that. Aging up with the culture wing is going to allow him to have cheaper upgrades that he needs to get in castle, walling off on the bottom side. So not going to be, oh, well, as I say that, there are Keshiks that ran in. There's some horsemen on the top side. These guys are all over the place. The spearmen are running to the bottom side. Just before the wall's completed, the Keshiks did get in. On the top side, there's some harassment. No villager kills right there. But we do see some villager kills from the Keshiks. And again, it's cool that he's producing Keshiks, but I don't know if they're enough. Like, it looks like he wants his whole unit production to be archer plus mercenary, which, yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work out in the long run, right? We do see the age up for the Abbasid. We see the spearman upgrade immediately. He's got 21 spearmen, so why not? He sees, like, we see crossbows. We see preservation of knowledge coming in. So Byzantine eco, unless you have like 4 cisterns right now, is not that great. And Byzantine is now panicking. Bill wants to wall off. Not panicking, but he's walling off immediately because he wants to make sure he doesn't get dented in. Wants to buy himself some time. But Byzantine eco is not that great in this moment for you to just, oh, I'll just stop unit production, I'll age up. Food eco is not that great, only 1k. So even if he stops producing completely, it's going to take quite a while to get to that age up. The military upgrades are finishing. Boot camp is finishing. +2 ranged armor is finishing. Maybe a little bit of an earlier engage. Still no boot camp. Like 1 mango nil here, and then you go for it, I think. I think that's the play. Just 1 mango. This is so archer heavy. These are 30 archers right now. Knights are coming. I like that. There are no counters to the knights. There are no spearmen. Is he going to go for it? +2 armor is about to finish. Maybe he's waiting for that. +2 armor does finish. And now the knights are going to do a lot of damage. These guys are going to be tanking quite a bit. Now, he can target fire the spearmen. But with 30 archers, you're overkilling quite a bit. So even though he's target firing, yeah, like I said, he's overkilling quite a bit. And if you look, as the spearmen are dying, it might look like Orange is having less and less units. But the units he is having are Ghulams and Knights and Crossbows, which is pretty good stuff, right? Double Ram is coming up. No Mango yet. I wonder if he's going to make one. Composite bows is now in, so he made some crossbows, going to switch into composite bows most likely now. Mosque is already up, so Suzan's playing pretty well. Bill is trying to hold on, aging up with 19, 18 right now with that golden horn tower. But this is another thing with Byzantines. It reminds me a lot with like English, where even when you age up, like it takes a bit to upgrade stuff, not because of the upgrade speed, because you can change your systems to upgrade faster, but because of the cost. Your economy is not great, so you upgrading stuff takes a while because of that. And that's kind of what we're about to see. Like, look, he aged up, great. Now he has no gold for any other upgrade. It's not like Abbasid, where you age up and then you get billion upgrades immediately. The Rams are taking this. No Presidium right now activated. And these units, the archers are going to get the veteran upgrade, but that is still, what do we see there? 6 Ghulams and 4 Knights. The TC is going to go down. The food, where is he even getting food? There's some food here, but that is it. After that, there is no more food for Bill. Suzan is pushing in hard right now. Suzan is transitioning to farm slowly because Suzan also has time, right? It's not, Suzan is not like, oh shit, if I don't transition to food now I'm dead. Bill is the one who not only needs to get upgrades, but is also stuck with the food. The other berry patches are here, which by the way, Suzan can probably get both of them. Trying to go for that landmark, a little bit distracted, the units are dying. Mangonel is getting built. I think you just go for the Mangonel. You just say, fuck it. You build that Mangonel, and when that Mangonel builds, that is bad time for Bill. That is bad time for Bill. The Mangonels are going to start doing massive damage. I just don't think there's any units for Bill. Nothing is really coming out. I mean, look at the unit production. There's not much coming out. He got the veteran upgrades for mercenaries and for archers, but other than that, no unit production almost. There's some crossbows trickling in now. The first landmark goes down, and it's the landmark that produces units. Obviously, there's no Springled in sight due to bad eco. He's going to make Siege Workshop here, but I don't think that's going to be the answer. And now the mercenaries that you can make are Gulams, which again, there's already like 14 crossbows, so I'm not sure if that's it. The water supply is now level 2, which further craps on the eco. And this is the Abbasid we know and love. Abbasid just pouring units out, non-stop coming in, and this is the Abbasid eco. Once they get rolling, they really get rolling. They really, really do. Cisterns are going down, and by the way, these are expensive. These cost stone. Now, the cisterns do revert back in cost, so now the next one costs 150 again as a third one. But, like, the last thing Bill wants to do right now is gather stone. You know what I mean? For more cisterns. You don't really have time for that shit. Springled is getting made. That is going to take a while as well. But even if the Springled comes out, I think Suzan just has so many units that I don't think it will matter in the end. So, 2 Rams are still alive. He does not have Presidium activated to take reduced damage. Mangonel is going to go down. I gotta say, Bill is quite patient with this and using the archers and crossbows to pick up units. There's some cataphracts, but again, I don't... Can activate the Triumph ability potentially, but this is just like way too much Abbasid, I think. The archers are shooting in the back. There's some horseman raids, but that is 1 horseman. That is not going to do much. 2 Springles, and Suzan did not make a second Mangonel, so 2 Springles are not really doing much. The villagers are getting butchered over here. There's horsemen on this side, but I feel like this is just desperation attempts, and Suzan equalizes it, and the score is now 1-1. This is a close one, I would say. This is going to be a close series. Oh, and we got a matchup that I haven't seen before. We're entering game number 3, which is going to be on Dry Arabia, right there, brother. Suzan versus Bill, and let me remind you, Abbasid just won against Byzantines, and the next matchup we're having is going to be Malian versus Japanese. I have not seen this matchup yet. If Japanese goes for samurais, Malian has to make Musafari warriors. But the thing is, Japanese doesn't have the best archers. But Japanese has the Bugattis, the Ona Bugashas, which could cook up danger, some problems. Game number 3 is on the way. In the bottom left, in blue, we got Bill playing as the Malians. Back gold. And another back gold. He's probably going to be very happy about that. This is Dry Arabia, but this is quite a lot of like stealth forest, I feel like. Maybe I'm crazy, but I feel like it's quite a few. And then in the top side, we have the yellow Japanese player, Suzan. I love how people are like, whenever someone has a good spawn, people are like, Marine Lord spawn. That's Marine Lord. So, we'll see what the meta is. Now, we have seen a lot of players test recently with Japanese 2 town centers. And going for stone immediately and then stopping at 350. I don't know who actually started this. I know there's 2 top level players that like started it, but I don't know which one actually did start it in the end. But it doesn't matter. So this is one of the newest builds. It came out like I was gonna say a day or 2 or 3 ago, where you go mining stone immediately with no gold at all, and then you get 500 stone, which will give you 100 gold to age up, and then you can make a TC the moment you age up. So on the other side we have Malians, right? And I'm pretty sure Malians is gonna do the Malian cow boom. The question is, what is Japanese gonna do? I've always said this. I think that the old civs have advantage over new civs for now, not due to balance, but because we don't know what is better to play against the new as new civs against the old civs. So example of that, if you're Malian, you don't need to be like, oh, Japanese has this and has that, I gotta do this and that. As Malian, you do what works, because you go with the assumption, if me playing like this works against the 10 old civs, why wouldn't it work against the 6 new ones, right? So he's gonna most likely go for a cow boom and standard Malian stuff, right? Now, as the opponent, as the Japanese, not only the civ is new, but you also don't have as much experience playing Japanese and as much experience playing against Malian. So even if Malian way of playing against Japanese might not be correct, it will be executed better and thus be better. So Japanese in this one has to cook up something, has to have a pretty good counter to what Malian does, because I'm pretty sure Suzan knows like what to expect from Malian. We'll see if the response is good though. I've seen this suggested before when I was playing. People were saying, do you think that people are gonna pick Japanese for Malians and go Shinobi to burn the houses? No, I don't think so. Because Malian can go for scouts, upgrade them, and then the Malian scouts will beat your Shinobi's ass so fast, you're never gonna go for that Kaka landmark ever again in your life. But we do see the Kura storehouse. Again, this is the new build that is out. So what Suzan is going to do is chop the wood on the outside here, not on the wood line. Has 3-4 on food. 3 on food right now. Oh yeah, 1 is making a house. Okay, that's why. Because it's 19 out of 20. And now what's going to happen is the moment the Kura storehouse finishes, Japan will have enough wood and stone for a town center. Which the meta currently is to be put on gold. Because sometimes you'll have a hard time securing the gold. And we do see Bill immediately firing up the stable. Now, what is this stable going to be for? Instantly warrior scouts. Oh, he's going to try to prevent the TC on the gold. But I think if the TC goes here, it's fine, no? Okay, so this will prevent TC outside of the base. But I think, like I said, the meta has kind of been to put it on your first gold. But we'll see. What hair color do you like the most? I like the dark green one the most. Yeah, right there. And that's safe. There's nothing that Malian can do about this. Maybe pro scouts? Probably not, but maybe. I don't even know if that'd be worth it against Japanese, because Japanese is not really looking to go out on the map and get all the deer and stuff. So I don't know. Now, what is the plan for Japanese? Again, Malian knows what Malian's gonna do. I'm expecting cows to start appearing. I'm also surprised that he rushed this stable. Maybe he thought that Suzan is going to go for like a TC here, so try to deny it. Maybe not super aware of the Japanese meta with this build, because I think that was 100% to try, what's it called? 100% to try and prevent the TC on the outside, I think. Yo, kill the scout! That scout is he dead, chat? Kick W if dead. Kick W if dead. And that's it. That is pretty bad. Now, as Japanese, right now you have to assume that this is a cow boom, right? You don't have information, so this might not be cow boom. So what might end up happening is you push across the map and then you get dented in by mass amounts of army. And that's why having a scout is very important. Does Bill know about this? Oh, Bill. I was like, why did he build pit mine here? He has a safe one. But Bill did not see that pit mine. Yeah, the cow boom is coming. He's making a sofa. 2 sofas, actually. Now, I have no idea, by the way. And I wonder if Bill does. Or Suzan. I have no idea how interaction with Ona Bugashas and sofas and scout goes. Can you make scouts to fight Onas? I actually don't know. Or do you need sofas? So Ona Bugashas DPS is wild insane. They do a lot of damage. But you need a good amount of them. And right now the Sofa Scout combo is denting them in. But you need like 10-15 to really feel the DPS. We got Wheelbarrow level 2 for Suzan. So quickly upgrading that. Getting level 2 melee attack as well. For Ona's pretty important. And definitely wants to get a Daimyo very soon. Because Daimyo will give you access to Bannermen, which in return will give you more damage for them Bugattis, as people call it. Archer range coming up, more sofas coming in, and this is what I was talking about. If you're playing as Suzan, you don't know if this is coming or not, right? And maybe this is why Bill is doing this aggression, because Suzan doesn't know that there's Archer sofa coming. He can only assume, right? But can't know, and maybe that's why Bill is like, you know what, let me make a couple of units, see what I can do. So right now we have 2 town centers, we have a house being rushed, a little supply blocked, 2 barracks, units being produced. We see Ona's still being produced with horsemen, so Ona horseman mix. Double archer range is coming right now for Bill. Yeah, Suzan literally doesn't know. She is queen. Oh! Almost gets that. Not quite. Not quite. And, dude, Bill just doesn't know that there's a gold here. That is sad. Okay, Spearman getting... I guess a few Spearmen were chasing sofas. That did not work out for them. And now Suzan is pushing in. But Suzan doesn't know. And this is why, kids, you need to keep your scouts alive. If you don't keep your scouts alive, you might get caught off guard. Daimyo is coming. That's going to give Bannerman. And Suzan sees this. Luckily, Ona Bugashas are very, very fast. So they're going to be able to just run away. Little raid coming in here with the sofas. Good reaction time. Not going to be able to do any damage. Right there. Oh, comes back for another snack. Again, doesn't kill anything, but that is a lot of idle time. Spearmen are coming to defend. On the other side, we see more Spearmen and more Onas are coming. No +1 range armor yet. It is research, but nothing yet. And by the way, just so you guys know, the upgrades do not show for Japanese. So the upgrades are bugged for Japanese. He has level 2 wheelbarrow. He does not have double broadaxe or my specialized pick, but he does have wheelbarrow. So if it doesn't show whole game, that's why. Now give me a moment. I'm just gonna pause so the plus activates so you guys don't know when the game's ending. I don't want spoilers. Let me make sure the okay, never mind. You can enable the spoiler cover in the overlay app. I mean, it's fine. I just paused the game. We are like 30 seconds behind real time, and that's it. Oh, that's going to be a good catch right here for Suzan. Oh, Bill has to run away. But those units, I feel like it's just a matter of time. We have the Bannerman right now. Right there. Good micro from Bill. Picks that one off. 25 villagers on these berries right now. A lot of sofas. Grand Fulani is coming for Bill. And Suzan might be in a little bit of trouble. Suzan is full on unit production right now. Full on. Just pumping. Non-stop. Suzan now adding more into the stone. Maybe wants to get the second Daimyo Manor. So that the income of the farms would increase. And we'll see what the decision is going to be once Bill ages up. Is Suzan going to be pushing immediately? Is Suzan going to be like passive? There's more sofas coming in. And no. There's units everywhere right now. Sofas are running away. He's getting the archer upgrade. +2 range attack. Veteran sofas are coming in as well. Stone is being mined. Definitely wants to upgrade the TC into the level 2. Army production, a little bit of going, but also halted a little bit. We do have, by the way, I forgot to mention this because I didn't see it, but we do have 10 samurais as well into this army comp. So this is no longer just Onas and spearmen. This is also samurais, and those samurais, even if they're playing against veteran archers, are going to tank a little bit more than normal units would. And Bill has no idea, by the way, that there's gold in the bottom, because he would have made the pit mine there, because that's super safe. So I wouldn't be surprised if the next pit mine goes here. It would be funny if Suzan goes there, and then Bill sees the gold, and he's like, oh, kick W. 700 stone, so Suzan can upgrade the Daimyo Manor once again to Daimyo Palace. I like the transition from Suzan. Has way more workers, by the way, but right now, I should swap to incomes actually. So right now, this is the Malian power spike. Ooh, I don't know about that. This is the Malian power spike. This is where Malian gets all their upgrades and where Malian is going to be spamming units like crazy, like we've seen in the previous series. He's going to be spamming bajillion units, trying to kill whatever he can, trying to get as much damage done. But if Suzan stabilizes and doesn't take too much damage, then the 2 TC will eventually be better. And let's not forget, Japanese and Imperial are very good, and Malian and Imperial is a Kek W. Not very good. It's it's the opposite actually. The units might get caught off here. Poison arrows are coming. And what do we see? We see the veteran samurai upgraded coming in. Oh, that upgraded was fast. And now we see Ona Bugeisha's getting upgraded too. Probably want to see another Bannerman right here. Where did he put the relics? Wait, what? Where are the relics? One relic is in barracks. The other one, I have no idea. Yeah, I can see one in this barracks. I don't know where the other one is. Oh, it's in Siege Workshop. 13 seconds for a Mangonel. Okay. I actually like that. Well, I didn't even think of that. Yeah. Not necessarily the relic putting in the Mangonel but actually I don't mind that because all you need to do against Malian is survive. So why not just fucking go for that? Maybe wall here, just go for Mangonel, go for Samurai Spearman, and you just gotta wait. Like, that's it. The longer this game goes, it becomes worse and worse and worse for Malian. Like, this is not gonna get better for Malian at all. So I like that quite a bit. Now, I don't like the idle time that we're having right now. 15 villagers in TC. Remember, this TC is stronger than a normal TC. This TC has 3 attacks. Plus the villagers inside. I would love to see a wall here. That would help so much. Now, Malian is on a timer. Does have way bigger army. But don't forget, more than half of their army is just archers that get dented in by the one mango. Maybe even upgrade this town center, to be honest. Like, or just try to hold the thing. The Mangonel is right here. No wall on this side. That's very unfortunate. The wall would have so much. Veteran Spearmen are coming in. Make a wall now. Maybe Springled upgrade. Like, I think just defensive right now is the best way to go. Now, Malian can also just make Siege Workshop now. And try to snipe that. Or can make so many sofas that he can just jump on the Mango. That's a possibility too. Supply capped at 120. Making more houses. The spearmen from this barracks are 5 seconds, by the way. No +2 ranged armor. Springled upgrade coming in over here. And Malian goes back, actually. Does not commit into the TCs. Maybe scared a little bit from the TCs. Double Broadaxe, still no level 1. Suzan struggling for gold a little bit, actually. Where's the... TCs are rallied onto the gold, okay. And the Mango shoots. I feel like Bill is giving way too much time to Suzan right now. I'm not sure if this is a good choice. Like, I'm not just talking about army supply, but I feel like you have to go. Like, you might not wanna, right? But I think you have to in this matchup. 3 Mangonels now? You're going to get absolutely fucking dented in. Now, if Bill had 3 sacred sites, right? Bill seems to be extending the game. If Bill had 3 sacred sites, and there's like a sacred site timer happening, and then Bill goes for like keeps on the sacred sites, yeah, sure. But I feel like Bill is just kind of like waiting for something, but I'm not sure what that something is. Because I feel like the timing is now missed completely. And all Suzan needs to do is literally just stand here. Like, don't fight at all. Yeah, like, just defend, obviously. But you don't need to fight at all. I would even wall off here. You could even do something ridiculous like get stone and stonewall this side. I know that's like at high level, stonewalling that early, especially close to your base, is kind of like not good. But we all know that poison archers are great, but they're not great against man-at-arms or armored units in general. And the farm transition is not even like begun. Like, he has 11, 12 farms around his TC that he made, but the farm transition is not even there yet. So the Japanese economy is going to go insane very, very soon, and that is no bueno. He has to be careful about that. Puts the relic, or the, what is it called? Yorishiro into the second barracks. So he puts both relics into barracks. And then one in the siege workshop. The archers are coming from this side. Sofas are diving in. He gets some villagers, and he's going to be harassing on this side even more. There's a Springled emplacement. He's going to chase him away. And now we see... Dude, once the rocket comes in, that's it for the pressure. Now, Malian is going for the sacred sites, right? He's aging up too. So Malian not afraid to play the late game. Okay. Alright. Alright. Might come and bite him in the ass cheeks, but I guess we will see. Now, Suzan needs a strong transition to Imp now. Not super fast, because I think Malian can't really push in still. Older Malian is making a lot of Springholds, and if he gets +1, or not +1, but range 4 to Springholds, that's going to be quite good. This, no, you don't want to leave those alone. The villagers there are going to get dented in. The villager count is almost 30 ahead. Age up and instantly gets the roller shutter triggers. So he's maybe going to try and engage with that. Sacred Stars are taken. He's going to keep on this one and get the big gold. I like that. Now, Suzan needs to either fight immediately or Suzan needs to transition. Getting a lot of upgrades now. Suzan needs to transition to Imperial. Because now these Mangonels are very, very exposed. And I think that Suzan fully expected the Malian to run in and engage, which is probably why Suzan played so passive. Because I would have expected an engage from Malian too. The farm eco is not there yet. He's gonna need at least 2 minutes with his income to age up. We're gonna see a battle in the middle perhaps. Units are getting kited. The Imp Archers are about to hit. And there it is. Imperial Archers are here now. Sacred Stars are captured. Sofa. That is a lot of Sofas. That is a lot of... He only runs 2 in? Oh, that was an A move and the other ones went to the thing. We see Mangonel right here. Is he going to jump on top of the Springholds? I don't think he's going to be getting them. Sofas get obliterated, but this is so many Sofas right now. This is so many Imperial Sofas. And the Mangonels are trying to chase. Good kiting for Bill right now. He's kiting his heart out. The Mangonels are missing. Sofas are getting in. The Spearmen are pumping from this production. Oof, a good mango shot there, actually. 1 Springhold left alive. The keep is denting. The siege splits 1 to get that Springhold. The rocket is here. Now the rocket is going to clear up all of these, but it's going to take quite a while to do so. On the bottom side, the archers get caught up. Mangonel is chilling. The archers are almost out. Now this is going to be idle economy, but the Japanese won't die unless Japanese player surrenders, but won't die right now. This TC will kill the rest of the Sofas. But I feel like the economy is in shambles. 3,500 gold right now. It might be a tap out. 106 supply against 92. So the supply is actually pretty even considering. But there's just not enough food. The farm transition never arrived. And that's going to be it. GG. Alright. Sheesh. Bill not afraid. GG's gets called. And that's going to be 2-1 for Bill right now. The next map is going to be Gorge, which means the last map, or the next map is going to be Gorge, which means the last map is going to be Himeyama, which I really want to see Himeyama, man. Come on. And the next civilizations are going to be, are you ready? Pause champs in the chat right fucking now. Pause champs. The next civilizations we're about to see are Jushi's Legacy versus Holy Roman Empire. Let's get into the games. Now, if you're watching this on YouTube, there's gonna be a lot of subs, a lot of gifted subs, a lot of everything. So you're gonna see a lot of Beasty whistling. I'm sorry about that. It is what it is. We're doing this live on stream. Thank you guys so much for the subs, resubs, and everything else. Let's get into game number. As I'm buying time.
Helped me with divorce.
Game number 4 between Bill and Suzan. And Bill is leading 2-1. This might be the last game. This might be the last game. Whoa, always cursing. Chill, dude. Chill. Chill. Sheesh. Alright. Jushi's Legacy versus... I almost said Jushi's Legacies versus Suzan. we do see Suzan playing as the Holy Roman Empire versus Jushi Legacy versus HRE versus Jushi's Legacy. I'm getting distracted by notifications. Okay, guys, I'm gonna disable notifications for a bit. I know it's a golden kappa, but I can't focus. I appreciate the subs. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate the subs, but I got a clown show to run over here. I'm gonna enable it in 10 minutes. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I'm gonna read up all the subs as I always do. But we got a show to run. Now don't kappa now. It's not golden kappa yet. You get it after the golden kappa training is done. Thank you. So we got Gorge and we got HRE versus Jushi's Legacy. Now HRE here is quite interesting. I'm not even sure what the plan with Holy Roman Empire is here. And I want to remind you that Suzan has HRE and Suzan also has OOTD. So not only HRE but OOTD as well. On the other side, we have Bill playing as Jushi's Legacy on this one. And I think Jushi's Legacy is pretty much playable. Dude, I thought that was a resub because the scout went... Jushi's Legacy can be played on any map. It's not map restricted at all. So the difference between Jushi and China is I think that in a HRE versus China matchup, HRE is favored. And the reason why HRE is favored... Oh, I'm surprised that... I guess it's too far. That his... Oh my... Wait. Oh, that's his... Dude, I thought it's his first stone. I was like, yo, what the fuck? So all the resources are forward. Now, the difference between HRE and China is HRE can rush castle really fast, and there's not much China can do about it. But this is the interesting part. Jushi's Legacy can actually, are you ready for this? Age up faster than HRE. So that means if Bill decides to go for the Shaolin Monk rush build, then the HRE is going to be out of relics. Because not only Bill can take the relics, but his monks can beat up the prelates too. Now, is he going for the bold build? If he makes second landmark, and he is going to make the second landmark, the Jiangnan Tower, I think, is about to come down. Yeah, okay, he is not doing that rush. I think that he should 100,000,000% do Shaolin Monk build. 100%. If he did Shaolin Monk build, that means that HRE cannot get relics. Or if he does, he would get very few. I'm hungry. But it seems that Bill will go for 2 town centers. So will Suzan, actually. So 2 TC for both players. Now, this might be from Bill to TC into aggression. From Suzan, I would expect 2 TC into Castle Rush. But we will see. I'm just meat is chewy. That TC is really, really safe. I guess really wants to protect the wood line, which this kind of tells me that this is just going to be early farms. Like very, very early farms. Because otherwise, if you're not going for early farms, you would want to get the deer, right? Second TC right here for Bill. And the question is now, is Bill going to go for a 3rd town center? Because I think Suzan for sure stops on 2. Now Bill might go back and snag some of that town center. And we see a villager running. Let's see. That's gonna be a third TC right there, brother. Stables is coming up from Bill, and Jiangnan Tower is gonna provide a free horseman right there. So 3 TC from Jushi's Legacy. Maybe it's gonna put some pressure, but Jushi's Legacy can actually do aggression quite well in feudal with the Zuganu and Spearman. So we will see if Jushi is going to be going for that. Why HRE instead of OTD? I mean, I don't know. You would have to ask Suzan. That barracks is quite forward. Realizing that there's a horseman coming, building it with 4. And that's going to be a man-at-arm. That's going to be a cancel. Okay, did not know about the horseman, I don't think. Or maybe it did. It's not canceling. Not canceling the man-at-arm. He's going to go with the spearman still. And this horseman is going to get some value. It's going to be annoying. 30 TC is coming now. That is a lot of workers on the wood for Suzan. And again, I am expecting these are going to be for the farms. There it is. Great work. Supporters can now enjoy an exclusive golden kappa emote for 24 fucking hours. There you go. Bim bada boom. Thank you guys once again for all the subs, all the resubs. Congrats on the golden kappas. And you can use that golden kappa in other channels too. So if you want to make people jelly, open someone's stream, write kappa, and then come back and watch my stream. Thank you. Thank you. Can we have a kappa check in the chat? Everyone please kappa check right now. Kappa check. We need to see how many kappas there are. I got golden beast. That's a budget golden kappa right there. Mom, I want golden kappa. Golden kappa at home. Beastie lemon. Alright, yeah, early farms as I predicted, which can be kind of, again, said from the TC position, very defensive, but also allows you to chop this wood a lot easier, a lot more safe. And now we see quad archery range coming. Quad archery range. Does Suzan know about this? Suzan is scouting. Suzan knows about the third TC. Suzan sees the Zuganu, by the way. So obviously if there's Zuganu, there's archer ranges. And Suzan is going to go with man-at-arm, double archer range, blacksmith combo right now. So it seems that the HRE will be fighting in feudal age. Now, the man-at-arms are going to do okay against Zuganu. Zuganu will be with Zuganu will be doing 1 damage per hit on these men-at-arms, by the way. Even if they have +1 damage, if men-at-arms get +1 armor, they're gonna do 1 damage per hit. Cascade says I missed the golden kappa. Cascade, it literally just happened, by the way. It ended like a minute and a half or 2 minutes ago. So yeah, we see 2 archer ranges, a bunch of farms right now. Jushi is on that juicy gold. And we'll see how this one turns out. I'm kind of curious. Alright, sorry, I'm just organizing the next series, guys, while nothing is happening. Alright. The man-at-arms are coming, and Jushi's playing a little bit defensive, Now, the cool thing about this, about HRE's style with these farms, is that HRE, basically from this point on, it don't stop. You know what I mean? The unit production is not stopping. How many farms is this? 22 farms already in feudal under the chapel, which means that the unit production, if he wants to, is not going to be permanently just pouring out. And if at any point Suzan says, okay, I want to age up, just needs to stop making units for 2 seconds and he will have enough for the age up. The man-at-arms, dude, they're getting tickled. They're getting tickled right now. And this, I feel like, is... I gotta say, I feel like this is kind of turning pretty rough for Jushi's legacy. I don't know if it is or not, but the fact that these guys don't do any damage, they do 3 damage per shot, or like 1 damage times 3 per shot. And the more men-at-arms there are, this becomes exponentially worse and worse for Jushi's legacy. He's making horsemen now, which, I mean, what are they going to do? 9 damage on men-at-arms, which is, they got 3 armor, so 6 damage per hit. And the thing is, horsemen are very expensive on the food, so I'm not even sure if that's the answer. I don't know what the answer is. I think the best thing I would love for Suzan right here is to keep doing this. You know, pretend that you're attacking. Pretend like, ooh, I'm about to engage. Oh, psych, I'm not going to engage. And then just age up. But now, Suzan with way less army is getting engaged on. And I think you just try to disengage here. But that is a shit ton of metric units right here. The farm transition has kind of started. That is a lot of units. Suzan needs to run away. The question is, can Suzan actually retreat enough to not die? The age up can happen. Burger is coming. Very, very surprising. Burger, even though there's 3 barracks, maybe the plan is to just force Jushis to stay in this age and then age up with Burger and just kind of end it. Maybe lacks more, but you have 1.1k wood. Can easily make more barracks. But alright. Burger is coming. And now, the moment that ages up, Suzan needs to upgrade the units. Now, there's only 300 gold. So, what units is he going to go for? Men-at-arms are getting upgraded first. The archers are still alive for now, which they're about to get surrounded and dented in. The archers are kiting. The men-at-arms are tanking quite a bit. And I feel like this is the point where, with so many farms, like I said, this economy is just non-stop. And it's not stopping. But Jushi has to transition to farms eventually. Now, Jushi farms are cheaper, but you do need to kind of put more villagers onto wood to make that happen. The units are getting surrounded right now. The burger is pumping. The castle men-at-arms are now coming. Archers are getting upgraded to veteran archers. More archer ranges are added. Are we going to see more eco upgrades? Relics are on the way to get picked up. I can hear the prelates. Bing, bing. The horsemen are going in for the farms. That's going to cause some damage, but should be more than fine. Prelate gets redirected, and now Jushi's legacy is going to look to age up. Horsemen are coming in around. Burning this, but there's nothing there. Mount Lu Academy is getting built right here, which contains some unique upgrades for the Imperial officials. And I don't know, this kind of looks a bit scary for Bill. Like, I feel like Bill has to stabilize a little bit, and he's gonna be all right because he does have more villagers. But the farm transition is now happening. The farm transition has not been done. The men-at-arms are coming in, and by the way, even if you upgrade your Zuginu, if the men-at-arms also get upgraded, they will still do 1 damage. He's chasing the Zuginu now. There's not a lot of resources for Bill. He's making crossbows, but the archer ranges are here, and the archers are also here. So he can just pick up the crossbows as they come. Now what you want to do as Suzan is you want to actually try to find where the farms are. Because if you find where the farms are, you can just rally man-at-arms there, and if you stop the food production, the game is over. And Suzan right now with 34 army supply. Bill is getting cooked right now. He's getting smoked. The villagers are going down. The Zuganu are getting fucking dented in. The crossbows are coming out. But archers target firing the villagers. These men-at-arms should probably go kill some stuff. Not burn the house. The horsemen are all going down, by the way, on this side. And the army supply is looking really bad. Because the realistic army supply is actually 30 against 7. Because Zuganu horsemen are useless right now. And Bill is now getting villager HP because he's noticed he's going to take some villager losses. Archers are going to get attacked. 1 relic in so far. So, Bill doing a decent job at preventing some of the relics. But I feel like Suzan has a massive timing. And if Suzan goes there, that is bad news. So Suzan went here. There's no farms. So logic says that the farm should be on the other side, or they could be here potentially, right? But they should be on the other side. The villagers getting burned, spearmen are coming in, and Bill is going for pure crossbow now. Just pure crossbow, but there's 16 archers with +2 attack, and Bill has no +2 rank defense. This is looking really, really bad for Bill. I don't even know what you make at this point, because I feel like you're just... Okay, Nest of Bees, I like that. But I don't even know what you make, because I feel like Palace Guards are not the answer. Look how little damage they take. Okay, there's crossbows up too, but... If you make Palace Guards, the Palace Guards are going to get dented in by the men-at-arms with maces. So I'm not even sure what you make, to be honest. There's enough stone for a keep in a moment. Could drop a keep like right here or something and just go for a strong push. Let's see. Is he gonna go for second TC? He might just burn down the, yeah, he's gonna burn down the TC, which to be fair, I don't mind, because then you will catch up with the workers. And let's not forget, this is not the Regnitz Cathedral, but this is going to be 5 relics very soon. Uh-oh, the Nest of Bees. Is he going to get a good shot? Shoots at the... Oh, no, okay. I thought he shot at men-at-arms there. He's going to use C formation, and now, how are you going to protect your Nest of Bees? You have to literally clump it up like this. The archers are taking good amount of damage. We don't see any Lenshits. The units are trying to go around. Now we see Lancers are coming out for Jushi's Legacy, and Bill is perhaps holding. He is losing a shit ton of stuff, but he is holding. Where are the extra units coming in? I don't see any right now on the top side. Suzan is mass producing, and the crossbow count is getting a reset almost. He's got 7, but that is not enough for how many units are coming. And now Suzan is switching to spearmen. So the crossbows are going to be absolute shite. I mean, they're going to do okay, but not what you want. And look at the units coming out now for HRE. Dude, I would love to see... Okay, the keep is here, so defensive keep. Now, Jushi's Legacy is on the big gold over here. And if there's any units to just come in here, there's no walls, there's nothing. Could be able to get so much damage on. And Suzan is going on the opposite side where there's nothing going on. A bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Sacred sites are getting captured. The Lancers are now moving in everywhere. Look, he's splitting in the Lancers, trying to get them to different places. And this is one of those games where it's like, you can go bottom or you can go top side. He goes bottom, but there's nothing there. You know what I mean? If he goes to top, there are farms, gold, and stone getting mined right here. So a bit unfortunate. 2 sacred sides are up. 4 relics. Wait, where's the relics? Wait. Where's the 5th relic? Huh? Am I blind? I see one. Oh, here. I am blind. I see one is in the corner, but I couldn't find the other one. Now, Lancer crossbow is the comp, and I feel like, I don't know, I mean, Bill has to know. He sees the Spearman, right? Like, he sees the 16 Spearman here. This is like mostly Spearman Archer combo now, which in theory should dent in this army. Now we see Zuginu coming back. Relic is going to get picked up. And again, even though, guys, he does not have Cathedral, it's still going to be 4 relics versus, well, 1. He's going to take 1 relic right now. The engagement here is happening. The crossbows are getting pushed back. There's Spearmen running on this side. And this is where HRE starts to become a little dangerous when you start running units everywhere and killing and everything. Nest of Bees is getting attacked here. We're going to do a little maneuver here. Nob goes down. Barracks are getting produced now. Another Nest of Bees is produced. Supplies 148 versus 162. Suzan finds the farms. I mean, this is the last place, you know, they could have been at. But finds the farms. Lancers, I gotta say, they didn't do shit. Like, he produced about 20-25 Lancers. And if you look, he has 1 unit, 1 villager killed. That's it. So the Lancers really found no damage in this game whatsoever. Which is pretty unfortunate. Now, HRE, shit ton of farms, good eco upgrades. Jushi Legacy actually slacking on the eco upgrades quite a bit. Yeah, HRE is going to have all eco upgrades, almost all blacksmith upgrades. Jushi still doesn't have +2 range attack, finishing in now, but eco upgrades are lacking quite a bit, and this gold is about to get busted, I think. The stone might get busted too. The worker supply is equal now. And Jushi also has only 1 town center, so Jushi will not be able to remake the workers that fast. He's just farming these villagers. Like, whenever he sees one, he just jumps on it immediately. This is gonna go down. The gold mining is stopped. Temple of the Sun is being aged up, which contains powerful upgrades. Now, the upgrades that are going to be happening for sure. Ooh! Lancers finally find some damage. The upgrades that are going to be happening is, I would assume the first upgrade is 10,000 bolts upgrade, which makes your Zuginu and your crossbow fire an extra bolt. Which deals like... It works depending how much damage the unit does, base damage. Lancers here. Now, are we going to see... What age up did we see? Palace of Swabia. Okay, 140 villagers. We still see Palace of Swabia coming in. Now, are we going to see the Imperial Guard? Oh wait, this is the other one! Yo, did he pull a beastie? I don't think there's any way you research this first, by the way. Dude, I think Bill just fucked up. I can't say for sure. This might be planned, but this happened to me. I built recently this landmark instead of the other one. Because this one is like, okay, you have movement speed on your infantry. That's cool, but that's the only thing you get. If you get the other one, you get 10,000 bolts, and he got 22 fucking crossbows. So that would be crazy damage. But he is making palace guards. We see grenadiers coming. Maybe because he's making palace guards, maybe he will be going for... Maybe that this was intentional. I can't tell. But maybe he pulled a beastie. Who knows? Now, Suzan really needs to wall. Like... with stone walls, I feel like, because if this palace guards, elite palace guards, start pouring in everywhere, you can't really stop them with units. Like, you need to actually fight them with walls. Otherwise, they're just going to be everywhere, and even if you're killing them, you're going to be losing way more. Suzan is now going for rams. A lot of spearmen still men at arm in production. Does he have maces? Does have maces. Maybe he wants to make some land shits. Some land shits would be really good in this comp. Some units on this side, but this is like almost a pure Palace Guard Grenadier switch right now. And those Grenadiers are going to be doing pretty well against the HRE army. Maybe some Horsemen would be good from Suzan. And Cannoneers. I don't know. I'm just cooking over here. Palace Guards are coming in masses. Sacred Site timer is ticking. Oh, it's not ticking actually. It's ticked out. Rams are coming in with the upgrade, so they're going to be the good Rams. There is gold here. There is stone. There's another gold on this side. Some gold left over here. But that is 20 Grenadiers. And he has them switched onto the unit movement speed. He could also go for gunpowder units, gain 1 range. So Grenadiers gain more range. He could go for that too. This is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the last gold for HRE. After this, either no more gold or you gotta start making traders. That is it. And Suzan struggling a little bit to produce enough units. Or I don't even know which units you go for. That's the thing. Like, what do you go against? Maybe you have to go mangonels? She's gonna make a keep right here. I feel like you need mangonels against Grenadiers. Because right now, the melee comp, or the Suzan's comp is basically just full melee. And I just don't think that's going to be working out. Nest of Bees is coming. Xarvin picks it off. Easy clap. On the top side, we do see ramming happening. He could keep on the farms if he's wild enough. The units are trying to move in, but the Grenadiers are absolutely melting everything right now. And they're destroying buildings as they're melting everything else. The Rams are going back now. And this is not looking good right now. Not looking good at all. Jushi is behind on economy, right? Jushi doesn't have relics. Actually, Jushi didn't even take the 1 relic. Forgot. That's going to be a relic in the keep. Okay, keep is coming out. Oh, but keep is getting already destroyed by the bombard. The keep will probably go up. And he has 1.6k stone to repair it, so it can be annoying for a little while. He needs to repair though, he needs to repair it. No boiling oil. No boiling oil. Okay, gets in, starts repairing as well. That's going to be a lot of village. Now, if this keep stays up, by the way, that's going to be a lot of villager lost for Jushi Legacy that Jushi Legacy cannot afford because he's on 1 town center. So the reproducing is going to be very, very slow. The Grenadiers are now getting in. And there is Elite Army Tactics is in. The Grenadiers are in as well into the base. He needs to deal with them somehow. If he deals with them somehow, he can clean up the Palace Guards relatively easily. The keep goes down on this side. HRE is going to lose villagers, but I don't think HRE cares as much. Just because of farms. But the production is done. The only production building that HRE has is the burger right now. He's got culverins too, but it's producing more barracks. And he's in a little bit of trouble. Hasn't started losing the farm eco, but if you look, Jushi's legacy is tapped out. He's producing 15 Palace Guards, but other than that, nothing else. Supply block too. 2 bombards, and the thing is, this is HRE can produce a lot faster, although the supply for HRE is a lot worse right now. The HRE is going to be able to reproduce a lot quicker in this case. The gold for Bill is running out. This is... Oh no, okay, there's 2 more golds. Sorry, there's 2 more golds. And Suzan, 1,000 last gold, and then the trading needs to begin. What dynasty do we have? I think this is still Ming Dynasty, right? Or Song Dynasty. Yeah, this is still... Oh, that's unfortunate pickup. This is still Song Dynasty. So we don't see Ming Dynasty with units doing more damage. And now the unit comp is definitely stronger for Suzan for the moment because the Grenadiers are being produced. 16 Grenadiers with more on the way. Oh yeah, it says here. Right. I'm like trying to count the landmarks and stuff. Twitch chat is loaded up. See right there, brother. Palace guards are coming in. Suzan's losing a lot of workers, but Suzan also has Palace. What is it called? Palace of Sabia. I doubted myself for a second there. I was like, is it Palace of Sabia? Not sure. Cauldrons. Those Grenadiers need to be taken care of ASAP. Wolf is getting in on the action, and Keep destroys it in a matter of seconds. Grenadier Palace Guard coming in strong. And listen, now I'm gonna retract my statement. Maybe this landmark was intentional because right after he built it, he committed to full Grenadier Palace Guard. So maybe it was intentional and did not want to go for the 10,000 bolts. I'm not sure. Not sure. 16 hand cannoneers. But okay, this is going to be for trade. This is like a market keep kind of thing. And still no walls for Suzan, by the way. 0. We're gonna see a fight right here. The Grenadiers are gonna try to get on the hand cannoneers. And in theory, if Suzan micros well, the hand cannoneers can just kite this army for a while and trade better. Not be untouchable, but trade better. At least. There's a lot of wood. I'd love to see Suzan just make like trillion rams and just send them everywhere to just be annoying. Bill loses a lot of his army, and again, Bill is not still producing gold units, but he's gonna run out soon. He's still pumping, but does he have university actually? Oh, yo, he doesn't have elite army tactics. That's pretty bad. I mean, he's massing palace guards, right? So no elite army tactics is pretty bad. And Suzan, this is a good match, by the way. This is a lot of back and forth. That's going to be a lot of villagers lost. And again, going around 100 vills right now. I guess once the gold is out, 100 villagers is fine. Like, you don't need more. What you need now is traders, and you need them ASAP. There's still stone here, which I'm not... Okay, Suzan is aware of that stone. Bill is aware of that stone. And there's a big stone here, almost 2 keeps in that stone. Bill seems like he's kind of running out of steam a little bit. And this is the power of HRE, by the way. Like, the unit production never stops. The pumping never stops. And should probably try to sell some food or wood for some gold. Should probably get some villagers to maybe... Okay, there's not a lot of gold there, but I would probably go for this stone. Try to get that mined out a bit. The relic's still in the corner for Bill. Not taking it yet. The units are in the middle. And Suzan now has to either go back and defend, or has to push through. We'll see what the decision is going to be. And I mean, by the engagement of it, it seems like Suzan is going to commit. And this is kind of all in for both sides. It's just a matter of which one is going to work out better. So Bill is going to run into the, obviously, farms most likely. Or just try to destroy shit. And Suzan is going to do the same in Bill's base. If I'm Suzan, I go for the farms right now. There's not a lot of units. And I feel like this is better for Suzan. Because even if Suzan produces spearmen, at least it's going to slowly kill this over time. Now, Bill can kill buildings easier because he has grenadiers that actually can destroy buildings. But Suzan has a lot stronger army, and Suzan can kill all the workers on the farms. There is still a keep here with a relic. There's no boiling oil, but palace guards are gone. There's 29 grenadiers, and that's it. And is Suzan gonna do it? Suzan! 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 Suzan is cooking right now. The grenadiers are farming, but Bill's farms are getting farmed, and not by him. Both players distracted. There's shit happening everywhere. The bombardier goes down. Traders, 6 traders, no gold, tapped out. Suzan is over here on the keep. That's going to be a good keep to put right here to protect some of the trade. And grenadiers, 29. Now there's 18. They're going down. Villagers are idle for Bill. And Bill, what happened? I feel like Bill had it until he did it. Suzan persists through the damage. There's a keep right here, but I mean, what is it protecting? Wood? What are you gonna make with wood? Grenadier? Look at the Grenadier's little shit. And Suzan equalizes the score, and we are entering game number 5 in the Xarvin's Hidden Cup Invitational. It's like Xarvin's Beastyqt Invitational. And this is our first 5-match series with my lightning red hair. We got Suzan, who just won with HRE, is now playing Order of the Dragon in the orange. In the yellow, we have Bill, the farmer, who is playing as the English in the yellow colors. Now, I actually watched this match yesterday, or was it 2 days ago, when Blade played against Orc. And I'm not sure what the best way to play this matchup is. Oh, Bill messing up a little bit. Forgot to shift queue his villagers, so they went from here to there. Oh la la, Bill. Now, I'm not sure what the best thing to play as Order of the Dragon is. Because if you, when you play HRE, right? If you rush castle, you get access to knights, you can get relics, yada yada. But your units with Order of the Dragon are so much more expensive that even if you get to castle, you're gonna have like you're gonna make like 2 units. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering if as OTD you actually want to go for full feudal, or maybe rush castle with 0 units. I don't know. Now, one thing to note is Bill is going for water. So if Suzan wants to go for 2 TC or castle rush, and this looks like a castle rush with the mine work. If Suzan wants to go for 2 TC, which I think this is, like I said, this looks like a 210 setter, then the 2 TC will be completed before Bill even ages up. So I feel like that's pretty good. But I don't know. I think maybe the best thing for OTD is 2 TCs into just feudal fighting. That's it. Three fishing ships only, with the wood from around the TC into a job for Bill. Force drop the food. Stone coming in. Council hall coming in. Whoa, Suzan's going for a dog? Wait. Is this for arrow slits? It's only 94 stone, so this might be arrow slits actually. Arrow slits plus second DC maybe? Villagers are going back on gold. Okay, Suzan might be going 1 TC aggression. I don't actually know what's happening right now. Is this 2 TC? I don't know. Aerosith is coming. Okay. Maybe still 2 TC? But why gold? Why not 2 TC and then gold? I'm not really sure. I guess we're gonna wait and see. Tower is coming. 80 gold. Is 80 gold for the tower? I'm not sure. It looks like Bill is just gonna go aggressive. Okay, Aeroslit is coming up. Okay, 2 TC will go up. Or that is the plan. I don't know if it's gonna go up, but that is the plan. Now this tower, I mean, he can go all the way around and harass here. Okay, he walls in here, I like that. Where do you 2 TC though? That is the question. And Bill is committing quite a bit here, by the way. Double broad axe, not a lot of gold money, not a lot of upgrades. Fishing is gone, no 2 TC. He's gonna go for the deer. He goes around, but where are you going? And now OOTD is on 2 TC, and Bill hasn't done anything. Now the only problem that sucks is I don't even know where the fuck you put your 2 TC. Oh, that. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Is that gonna be in time? It might be. Yo, did he not see that? Wait, did he not see those villagers move? No way. The villagers were here when the scout was there, and the scout moved like this, villagers moved like this. Did he had to have seen it. Almost. I'm not liking this at all for English, by the way. Like, minus 20 like right here. I don't think this is a good spot at all. Now, OTD given has no food. Right? And actually OTD looks like not a lot of farms. But this is not just 2 TC. This is 2 TC with like the dragon villagers, which gather faster and carry more. So I feel like it's quite a bit better. And this is the thing. Ram is coming out. I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think what Suzan needs to do now is triple archer range. Okay, maybe double is enough. And just make archers. That's it. Just make archers. Because the archers are going to kill everything. Suzan's got enough gold for +1/+1. Watch out, Suzan. Suzan sees it. Stable. Okay, I don't mind stable either, but I'm a bit worried about the food situation. I'm a bit worried about the food situation. And Bill lost the scout, by the way. Bill has lost the scout. I repeat, Bill has lost the scout. Which now Bill doesn't know what he's facing. Doesn't know if there's horsemen, if there's archers, if there's men-at-arms. Why no horsemen? Because he doesn't have food. If he had like deer here or something, horsemen would be fine. But I'm not sure if he's going to have enough food to produce. What I would actually do is grab 5 villagers and probably go on this boar here. Because he should know his opponent is committing. He can see, right? He can literally see the units. He can see the more units coming. So I think the best thing to do as Suzan is just like, oh, but he didn't scout that boar. Okay, never mind. So this is what's gonna happen now, okay? Everything is gonna be great until it doesn't. And I'm getting worried for Suzan right now. Because emergency repairs can be activated, by the way. Because these guys are really expensive. And the problem is... Wait, does he not have emergency repairs? Oh, he has. Okay, activates it now. Probably wants to put villagers inside. Okay, gets inside. So the food is an issue. He has to go on deer and the boar over here on open. Just YOLO it. He has to. 5 spearmen remaining and 2 horsemen. He does have +1 range armor, but not +1 ranged attack. Forgot that. 3 horsemen now. That's a lot of horsemen. That's like 50 horsemen basically for a normal civil. Only 5 spearmen remaining. The longbows are taking a lot of damage, and I think Bill is just dying here. I don't think this is working for Bill. I like this. Pull more villagers. Who gives a fuck if you lose them? This is a complete all-in right now. Try to run away, right? Maybe target fire some of the spearmen. He just needs to hold until the next emergency repairs is in. +1 range attack, that would have been so good earlier. But there are no spearmen here. There's 3 spearmen and they're fucking dented in already. Repair that shit. 15 seconds for emergency repairs. That tower is not going down. That tower is not going down, and OTD is gonna hold. Now commit the horseman. Easy clap. Not enough wood. Doesn't matter. Emergency repairs in 3 seconds. 2, 1. Emergency repairs and yellow taps out. Look at this. Emergency repairs. Cleans up. What is the plan for yellow? Now, obviously you don't leave, right? Wait, he never had +1/+1? I didn't even notice. Oh, la, la. Now, you clearly don't leave because this is your last match. If you lose, you're out. You're out of the tournament. So I think you obviously try. The boar is right here. He's on the berries. And okay, this is what I'm talking about. This is a bit of an issue. He needs more units. If Bill just stood around the food sources, I think this would have been a W for Bill. Because Suzan is out of food. And now Suzan has to go here. Has to. Has no other choice. And I think Bill might have thrown that game a little bit. But, that being said, Bill is going to get an age up. Bill is ahead on workers. But again, remember, the OOTD villagers gather 25% faster. So even though the worker count looks like it's better for Bill, it's not. Okay. So, yeah. Horsemen are coming in, trying to do some harassment. Doesn't want to lose those. Gets a lot of poke damage in. One goes down that was already dented in. Arrow slits in this tower. Archers are there. Makes a scout. Wants to be able to actually see shit. And Bill looks like he wants to age up, right? He's slowly getting there. He's just protecting this. And as Suzan, you don't know this. I think that if Suzan ages up now, slowly, with 2 TC, that's a pretty good spot to be in. Especially if you go Regnants and you get a couple of relics. These 2 civs are just slow. I mean, yeah. King's Palace is coming up. And that's right on time, dude. Bro, he sees immediately. I mean, that's as good as it gets for Order of the Dragon right there. He sees immediately, so he can stop making units if he wanted to. He can even attack and just age up himself. So really good timing. The galley is still there, cooking. Bill reached Castle Age. Suzan. Ooh, Regnit's right there. Ooh. That's a spicy spot. If these units move south, that Regnit's might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, he doesn't choose to stay inside. That's interesting. He doesn't choose to just... I guess because he doesn't have emergency repairs, so maybe he wants to play it safer. Ah! The units are dying, as you can hear. More farms are coming in for Bill right now. Not great food eco for Bill, by the way. I just want to say that. This is not... What does he have? 4, 5, 6, like 9 farms, and that's it. The engagement's coming in. The archers are trying to kill the spearmen. Pick off a couple, but he loses a horseman. And what do you do as OTD? Do you start making knights? Do you go for... I mean, you go for relics for sure. But do you make knights, or do you transition into men-at-arms here? 3 archer ranges, by the way. No, like, no joke. OTD could now go full archer with that upgrade. It gives you +3 ranged armor. And if that happens, then you need some other units than longbow spearmen. Like, that is not going to be enough. And we do see, look at this. Veteran archers are coming, and the upgrade that I was talking about, which is this one. Dragon Scale Leather. It gives your ranged armor of the Gilded Archers by +3. So your archers in Castle have +5 ranged armor. Villager goes down. Some villagers are going down here too. 4 villagers dead for the English. Uh-oh, that's a... Oh, run. Oh, there's a lot of gold here. You can just go there, chilling. He does have plus... He did get the upgrades that... Ooh, prelate, steering. He did get +2 ranged armor, and look at this. Now his archers have +5 ranged armor. Longbows do 9 damage. And look at that attack speed. They're still gonna do damage, don't get me wrong. They're not gonna be like, you know, immune to damage, but they're gonna be so tanky right now. Relics are coming out. 1 relic for each player, actually. Kiting with longbows pretty well. No wheelbarrow coming in now. Okay. I'm gonna get that sacred side. And OTD doesn't see 2 of the relics, by the way. So 2 relics at the top, OTD does not know about, but can probably assume that they're there, right? But considering he's not going for them, I don't think he knows. Doesn't know, doesn't suspect a thing. The Gilded Knight is coming right now. Gilded Knight plus Archer is the combo that he's going with. And Gilded Knights can absolutely dent in the fucking men-at-arms from English, by the way. They will absolutely dent them in. He is trying to find the relics. You can see he's sending it over here. He's trying to find the relics. He might run a horseman into a relic. Okay, well, he knows 1 now. That one gets snapped in half. He's gonna get picked up. Prelate sees this relic too. That horseman needs to help that poor prelate. Otherwise, that prelate is dead. Gets the relic, goes down. So it's gonna be 2 relics for OOTD and 3 for English, which again favors OOTD, right? Because you do get more gold than English. But watch out, watch out, watch out! Watch out, doesn't see there's gonna be a lot of dead villagers right there. Picks off 2, 3, potentially. No, the target goes for the archers. Now the longbows again, you don't want to be fighting against the archers necessarily. The gilded archers are coming in the back, and they are cooking right now. They are farming right now. Look at the attack speed. Oh la 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 la. That was 4 or 5 villagers going down, back and forth happening. No, I haven't seen the post. Gilded Knight is denting in the Spearman. That's a lot of idle villagers running around. The archers are preventing like 20 farm gathering right now. And OOTD army is at 41 versus 21. Is Bill falling apart right here? I feel like he might be. By the way, I just want to note something for the people in the chat. Not what you consider your top 8 players. We don't have top 8 players specifically. So just guessing based on like ATR or something is not going to work. There are some wild horses in here. Just so you guys know. Of course you don't have top 8. One of them is casting. Yo, true. Yeah, it's 8 top players, not top 8 players. True. That's smart right there. Gilded Knights are coming in. OOTD is running away with this game. Bill is down to 10 supply, and he started off strong with game 1, denting in Suzan real quick. Game 2, he lost. Game 3, Bill comes back with another one, but Suzan in the end grabs him by the cheeks and slaps him around. That's going to be a 3-2 W for Suzan. And that is going to be it for this series. Suzan wins 3-2 against Bill. Bill is now out. We have Stacy and Bill out. Now, is that an upset? I don't know. But we do have Bob and Suzan advancing to the semifinals.